Yeah, it still thinks it's connected.
Stay there. Come on in a little more, and then I'm going to tell you about everything there is to see back here. And then we're going to go up on the stage. Yeah. Hi. The 90s call. Sorry.
I think I just ran out of space.
Come on in, guys, so we get everybody in here.
I'll give you ET. How about you?
I forgot. I slept through my alarm. I woke up about 15 minutes ago.
You're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
Hello, yeah, sure. Awesome.
I think there's still more people coming in. If you want to just sort of squeeze in here. Those of you who aren't in here yet, just push the people in front of you out of the way.
Bet on it.
Okay, I think we got everybody in here now. Cool, welcome to Backstage. This is where we hide a bunch of our empty road cases because we brought about, 150 of them and they have to go somewhere. Right behind you here is Video Village. This is where the feed from all of our cameras comes into these desks here. Also where we have our title generator that puts up the text on the screen that says things like the name of the person. And also where our stream goes out to the internet. You can come, as you have a moment to shuffle around, you can come and take a look at this desk here with the video switcher on it and all the preview monitors for the cameras. We also wear communications headsets so that the video director, Hawkbird is demonstrating one right here. The video director is able to talk to all the camera operators and tell them, hey, stay with the person on the left, or hey, your focus is out, or whatever they need to say. That's video over there. Right here where Hawkbird is standing, and these booths right here, this is our VR setup. During the dances, they have live VR dancers that are being projected onto the projection screen, which is behind the VR here. And I don't know if you've noticed, but those dancers are live. They are in time with the music and also with what's going on in the song. It's pretty cool. Because there's quite a bit of technology to make that happen. Do you want to talk a little bit about it, Hawkbird?
A lot. That goes into this. It's quite a large group of things and moving parts. I don't it's a way to move video over network, so it just goes over Ethernet. And then from there, it goes into here, and the other one does the same. They both get squished together and composited and sent up to front of house, where NullRef and the others handle all the visuals of overlaying everything. And then we also have comms here. So the dancers, I can actually talk to them, and they can talk to each other using microphones on the headsets.
Now we can't hear Hawkbird at all, I'm sorry.
What?
Exactly.
I was trying to be loud!
Well, once the music started.
Okay. Sorry, you had a question?
If you couldn't hear Hawkbird, there will be a lot of more time for questions.
I'm sure I will repeat myself about 15 times.
Yeah.
We have time to do this.
So the network-based video stream will have low enough latency for the dancers to still be in sync.
So it's not networked is the thing. It's all done locally.
So the way it's working is we have each person, so like Zai here and Chevron over there, they're spitting out a camera and it's getting processed a little bit there, and then that image is being chucked over to this laptop, which is then being put on a frame and chucked over there, and then out to the screens. That round trip is about 2 milliseconds.
Sounds about right.
I think it's only like, what, 1 or 2 frames for NDI, depending on...
I think it's closer to probably like 10, at least the full round trip.
The full round trip, about 10, but it's not noticeable
On all of the
most
screens.
situations where you're dealing with like, you know, somebody playing at 120 or 160 BPM, you're still in sync fairly well.
And so something else that's really cool is this view here, and we kind of like wiggle this over since a lot of you guys are over there. So the view of this monitor, this one should go away. Go down. So this one has a so if you're from sitting on front of house looking
And
towards
if you're
the stage,
over here, you can also see something over on this monitor.
yeah, this shows the left screen there. That's the right screen there. This is the delay screen, which is the one back hanging. This is the video wall, and this one's special because it actually is pieces chopped down the line, because they're vertical little screen sections. And so the dancers can be mapped to any, like, why are they floating in space? No! Typically they're supposed to stay within their bounds, but I guess Noah's just doing no things. Here, send them.
The cutout.
Just keep them live. So yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I think that's.
Thank you very much, Hanford. If you didn't hear any of that, I'm sorry. This is over here. There will be time for some more questions.
Yes. Come up to me and ask questions. I love answering questions.
There, Hawker will talk forever. It's amazing. The amount of passion that you have for this is
It's
Thank you.
okay, so what I'm going to have all of you do now is, if I can yell over the music, walk this alley here behind. As you're walking there, what I want you to look at is all of our amplifier racks. That's what's powering all of the subwoofers and speakers in the front that I have to yell over right now. And also our power distro that comes in from the building. I'm going to be up here and sort of yell some more about it.
There. So let's get it up. Another studio monitor. Station one.
This power distro right here. Now, for those who didn't hear me before, this is our power distro here. The big thick cables you're tripping over are the power coming in from the building, and then they go into these transformers, and then into these distro racks. I'm not actually sure what
These are just standard power cables that people are stepping on. The connector that plugs into that.
Oh, that's Nels Winter.
One more time for the last group. This is our power distro here. This is where the electricity comes in from the building and gets converted to the voltage.
Actually, those are soak packs, by
Split
the way.
out into all the circuits that we need. Some of the plugs look like the plugs you have in your house, but most of them don't. Almost all of our fixtures and so on run on 208 volts. So they just are able to be more efficient, or they just need more power.
Wow.
So a lot of the plugs that you're going to see on these distros look very unfamiliar to you if you're not used to, commercial.
What do we got down there? L2130 or Soka?
There's a lot of Soka. I see some Camlock. Yeah. Once you're done, just come up on the stage. Just don't touch the scenic, please.
They have multiple of these giant transformer things?
Apparently. Heavy duty switch, it
And
says.
it's such an angry sound. I want to get away from it.
Oh, those are circuit breakers. That's some giant cables. There's a foot next to the cable. That's bigger than a garden hose.
So the thing you're standing on here, this Chinese surface, this is something we attach to the deck. It's called barley. It makes the stage look a lot cooler. We used it plastic, which is why it's got stuff on it. It looks okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like to be up 3,000 people there. You're much cooler than they are.
About 4,000 people.
4,000.
Seated capacity is about 6,000.
Yeah. We're expecting a pretty full house.
Yeah, the lights behind you are 300 watt hours.
Wow. Yeah, so somebody asked me just now what our max power draw was.
So the max power draw on the lighting rig specifically, if you were to put everything in full light, motors moving, about 270 amps per phase of our three-phase distro.
At what voltage?
We have two three-phase
120,
distros.
208.
Okay.
I was gonna say this definitely is not a
270
park
amps
hand
power
rig.
per phase. So that's times 3.
Yeah. And that's just the lighting distro. There's a
You
separate
should have
distro
seen
for
the park
sound.
hand rig I had in here
Yeah,
in
it's at
2007
208.
for my father's stupid electronics convention.
Yeah.
It's approximately 100 kilowatts of lighting.
So-
And the video on its own draws another 40 kilowatts for the screens.
A typical house circuit is maybe 100 or 200 amps at 208, 120. Or
That
240,
is the,
120.
as in the circuit that powers your entire house. Yeah.
There's a 400 amp and 600
So
amp back
it's
there.
a lot of power.
So it's a 400 and
And
200.
imagine the days before LED, where all of this would be
Or
tungsten
is it?
lamps.
I think it might be the Kalahari that has the 600.
So,
Yeah, no, there's no 600s back here.
and it was hot. I mean, you can put your hand in front of one of these. You can feel the heat.
I've noticed that this building in general has a lot of fluorescent lighting, and I've seen that this particular these lights in the ceiling here, so a lot of them are out. So I wonder if
They're all incandescents still. Like,
These are all incandescent.
Yeah. Like when we get here, there's nothing in this room, right? So all these chains that the lighting truss is hanging from, they use boom lifts to get them up into the ceiling. Because there is a plot, which I don't. No, like there was nothing.
So you hung these.
I mean, we didn't do it, the union did, but yes. So Retcon, by the way, is being shy. He is also the lighting designer for this whole show.
And we become a table animal as well.
Come in and this table is surely well built. So yeah, like Retcon spends months designing the lighting and which fixtures are going to go where and what the trussing is going to look like, and then
Doing all the low-level engineering calculations of, okay, how much weight per point are we at? How much weight
the
capacity?
chains hanging down. Those are called points because there's a load.
Yeah, it's a rigging point. For reference, the total rigging weight ceiling right now is approximately 16,000 pounds. So like each of these two main trusses up front here with all the LED screens, LED screens are heavy. Each one of these trusses is about 3,000 pounds, which is why they have four motors apiece on them.
Whereas those trusses have only 2 motors. The thing attached to the chain is called a
they're,
motor.
yeah, they're hanging. You can see at the top, we use something called back flex. It's basically a loop of galvanized steel cable that's wrapped around several times, then put in a polyester sheath, and we use that to basically just hang objects because those can support about 8,000 to 10,000 pounds each. So, you know, we like to have good safety factors in our designs. If something will break at 10,000 pounds, we don't use it above 2,000 pounds.
It's like wrapped around.
Pretty standard.
Yesterday when they played that jump, jump, jump around song and the
That's
entire
wild.
crowd started jumping, I'm like, oh man, that floor is rated for this. So yeah, usually safety margins are good.
You know what?
Yeah,
You know what
and
that
it's-
is up
so
there,
for
right?
example, the maximum capacity
What
that you
does it
have
play?
any single rigging point in here is 1,600 pounds per point.
Yeah.
And generally, we don't like to get anywhere near that. If you get anywhere near that, people get nervous.
So, as part of Retcon's job, he's designing not just what goes where and how much it weighs, but even just the layout. The fact that the trusses are in these like sort of beam configurations, that's different from what we had last year. So he will provide a plan, and then the riggers come in and they look at the plan. They say, okay, I need a rigging point here, a rigging point here, and they'll go up in a boom lift and hang chains from the ceiling, and then the chains hang all the way down to the ground, so that all the rigging can be done on the ground, and then the whole thing just raises up like an elevator. It's really cool.
So you don't actually have to lift that big heavy truss with all the lights bolted on up to ceiling height.
Yeah, yeah. It's really cool if you, I might have a photo, but if you come in here before everything gets rigged, all of this stuff is just down on the ground, so you can like get the cables in place and wire
So
it.
like all of the larger trusses out in the house here, there's something called GT truss, which is designed for like big touring shows where they have to take it down and put it up really quickly. So it actually has wheels on legs that just kind of slot into the bottom of it. You click a little locking pin out of it, and the wheels just drop away. Fly the truss out. Yeah,
Retcon would
basically
know that.
pins that go through holes in the end.
Looks like the next
lock
group
in.
is going over there.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Since the next group is going into the backstage area, I think I'm going to have you guys go back down the stairs you came in and then turn left to go out back into the room. And we're going to switch positions with the other group.
And you did all the load calculations on a folding table too, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, all the load counts on that folding table.
Let's not fall off the stage. All right.
Fog machines. That's an interesting thing.
I'm gonna try to get you guys over to this.